Hi, it's Cory, and today I'm going to actually show you how I approach a new piece of music when practicing it to solidify my skills and to make sure I'm getting the most practice for the shortest amount of time. So for this video today, we're actually going to be looking at a new piece of music that I am working on at the moment in order to make a tutorial for it in a couple weeks here, and that is the Lost Woods theme from The Legend of Zelda. Now, this is what I consider to be an easy version. However, when it comes to finger picking patterns, it's not something personally I can just like pick up and play perfectly right away. I have to put a little bit more extra time in it than I would when it's just strumming or like more of a basic lick or an easy finger picking pattern. So I thought it might be interesting to kind of take you along to show you how I would approach a new piece of music. So the first thing I would do is I would just look through the music to make sure I could identify everything. Now in this case I can because I wrote out the tab for it, but just in case I was struggling a little bit, I would go through and make mental notes of what's going on here. So immediately, the first thing I'm going to be looking at is organization. How is this song organized? Another way to think of this, or another word we use in music, is what is the music structure or what is its form? When I'm looking at this, I wrote it out in such a way that I was trying to make it more condensed, so I used multiple endings and repeat signs. I'm just going to kind of sing it out. Let me get my starting pitch though. So the first pitch that I'm looking at here is going to be an F. So I'm just going to sing through it first before actually playing it on my instrument. So I'm just going to kind of like look around. So I have rhythm wise, da 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 da. And now I'm going to repeat back to my first measure. What's my F again? Da 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 da. Now this is where I'm going to go to my second ending bracket where I'm going to play out the rest of the song. So then I'm going up to my E. Da 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 da. Yeah, so I have on the second ending there. Da da da. Ba da da da. I think that's right. Da. Then that's my pitch I'm starting on. Then I have ba. Ba da 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 da. Da da da. Ba da da. I'm gonna bring it up the octave. Ba 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 da da da. Nope. Ba da 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 da. And then I have this section. Da 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 something. Da 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 da. Rest. Something like that. So my first step would be to sing through it so that's a way you can practice without actually playing it out. My second step, while I was going through this, I kind of made notes to myself of the sections in which I knew I was going to have to come back to. So like for instance, that opening part of F, A, B, F, A, B, for me, I don't think that's going to be something that's tricky for me. Now going from that 2 to the 7, I might do a pinky third. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to map out what is going to be most comfortable and make most sense for me. So if I play that whole little section, I'll probably still have a little bit of gaps here, but it was definitely going to probably be more smooth than when I start off. Also, I can totally slow down my tempo, but I'm just trying to get really mapped out with what I'm doing with my fingers first in order to then go through, and I'll worry about keeping my steady beat afterwards. It's something I'm being cognizant of, but it's not my top priority right now. So I would have oops. That section there, I'm just chunking that little section. This is a big leap for me that E, B, G. So I'm just going to pause and then only practice that. So I'm just going to give it a couple passes, the same way as I would if I was practicing a transition between chords. My pinky on my E, my first finger on my B, and then G. So while going through that too, I've kind of realized if I do this all with just my first finger, it's going to be a little harder, especially if I had a pick. I just go do, 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 but I don't like using a pick personally. But instead I'm going to use my thumb on that second string there. So I'll have E, B, G, and that's an easier transition. So the whole line then is the E, B, G, B, G, D, E. So now I have to look at how can I connect what I'm doing on that G to B, G, open. So basically I think what I'm going to do there is essentially form a G major chord, because that's kind of what's doing harmonically. So I have the E, B, G, then I'm going to go to my first finger here to play the B again, B, G, then move that first finger to my D using my thumb there, and then open G. So the whole passage, oh, it's really warm. Like my arm's like sliding off my ukulele. So that whole passage then would be the E, B, G, B, G, D, E. And then I have some stuff that I know will be easy for me because it's just like the first 3 frets. Now this next section I know is going to be mildly trickier for me, so I'm going to immediately take down the tempo. I'm not putting the expectation on myself that I'm going to have to like play this correctly at tempo right away. So I'm just going to pick through it, see kind of how it goes. I'm going to see if I can do it. F, E, G, F, D, blah, blah, whatever the notes. So my next step here is I know I'm going to get a metronome here. And my beat, or when I hear the click, that is going to be my quarter note. So I have to play 2 notes per click. Having it known enough that I'm not 100% relying on what's on the tab, so having it memorized is a lot easier for the passages too, just to like kind of know where you're going for mapping purposes. Oh, there we go! And then it just repeats. Cool. So now I've played it at like less than half of its actual tempo. That's what it should be. Just for fun. I doubt I'll be able to play this. Nope. I'm pausing there and I will slowly increase it. At this point, once I've kind of gotten comfortable enough where I can play through everything at a slow tempo, it would be time for me to pick a tempo and see how far I can get, just to kind of try it. I'm going to do a 60. So 1, 2, here we go, and... Oh, keep going. I'm going to go again. Oh, and then I go up. Oh. Oh, that's the part I practice. So B, D, G, B, E, oh, drats. B, G, F, E, or that was a D, and then I'm going D, D, I was going a little too fast. Go down. Now here's this part. So that was at 60 my first time playing it all the way through, you could obviously hear the mistakes there. So what I would do then going back here is I would highlight the places where I had the transition parts. But my practicing through those chunked sections made that such a smoother and it was in time, and I just kept going. And that's a really important thing too. Just keep going when you're trying to do full playthroughs. Don't stop. When you're chunking, stop, go back if you make the mistake though. Practicing the skills, not the specific song. Please just take me at my word when I say practice. Building up a good practice routine is way more important than all the songs you can play. Because if you have a great practice routine, you can learn songs super quickly. It makes you be able to play a ton more songs a lot faster too. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.